everyone, and welcome to Beyond Focus TV. Of course, my name is Angie Daniel, and I am the hostess for the show. Tonight's show is about how we're going to grow within the community. We're going to use 2013 to make each organization within a community shine. How are we going to start that tonight? We have with us Mr. Edwin Marcellus. He is the Vice President of the National Association of Haitian Professionals. We're going to say just NAHP to make it short. When we come back, we're going to introduce him to you so he can tell you what he's doing within the community and how we can get the Haitian professionals to follow through. We're going to take a short break. Welcome back to Beyond Focus TV. Before we took a break, I did mention to you that we have Mr. Edwin Marcellus with us from the NAHP organization, National Association of Haitian Professionals. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so very welcome. Part of what we do here is to get the community to know different organizations that are in the community that are working for them or with them, so we can grow as a group. I know that you guys are a non-for-profit organization that's working to get Haitian professionals to work together under one network, right? Am I right?
That's correct.
So I'll let you introduce yourself, a little brief story about you. I mean, you kind of look young, but people don't know. This is a whole big professional here. And I will take it from there to the organization idea.
Okay. My name is Edwin Marcellus, as Angie said. I am a recent law school graduate. I went to New York Law School. I did my undergraduate studies at the Pennsylvania State University in Information Science and Technology, and I am the Vice President of NAHP.
Okay. Before we get into the whole idea of how we're going to network, I'd like for you to tell the community what the organization, how did you guys create the organization, and when was it created, and by whom, and then we'll take it to the next level.
Well, the organization was first conceived about 2 years ago at Essex Community College. It was my executive members who first developed the organization. They all had a vision to create a network, a platform for Haitian Americans to get exposure to the business profession and all professions. My other executive members are all professionals. We have some who are students, and we believe in leading by example, because doing what you know until you know better is not exactly the best formula for success.
Yes.
So we need to learn from each other and build pipelines as we go throughout our careers and ultimately our studies, so that we can become leaders in our own right.
Okay. I know on your website, part of your vision is that you guys wanted to be the premier organization serving the Haitian professionals and to leading them to elaborate. Can you elaborate more into what it is that you guys are trying to guide the professionals into?
Well, we target students beginning from the high school level, matriculating them for the SATs, which determines what schools that they ultimately end up in. We have an SAT program that we're looking to work with the Newark school system.
Okay.
Where,
since you're targeting the SAT question, can you explain to the community, because one of the things that a lot of people don't know about, and I think part of our growth is for us to learn what help us get from point A to B, right?
Okay.
Explain how important is SAT within a score for you to get to the best of colleges or the best of your future endings.
Well, the SAT is crucial because it's the SAT in addition with your extracurricular activities that shapes your whole profile in terms of what schools. What profile do you fit with a certain school? That being said, the SAT has changed. It's evolved since I've taken it. Now there's 3 parts as opposed to 2 parts.
Oh, really?
There's a writing component, there's reading, and there's a math component.
Math component.
Right.
Okay.
So with those 3 parts, you need to score well and have a cumulative score so that you can increase your chances to get into the school of your choice, right? Because you want to go to the school of your choice and not.
For example, if you'd like to go to Smith College, for example.
Right. If that's your choice, you want to be the best you and shape your application so that you suit exactly what their needs are.
Okay.
So targeting the SAT high school students in the SAT program early on is what I'm messing up, sorry.
No, but you saying it because I wanted people to understand that part. You guys, as a group of like within an organization of professionals, understand what the SAT score stands for.
Right.
Helping kids doing better within the SAT score by teaching them, like you guys guide them, right? You have the whole SAT program where you train them into taking the course, right? And then so they can get the best of scores. My idea is that as a community, a lot of people don't know, because I have friends and I have kids that I know of that are going to college. And it's at the end of graduation that parents are going to, oh, where are you going to apply to? To me, it's not, I use the word funny, but not really as a haha funny, but it's like, I don't want to use the word ignorant because it's like what you don't know. Once you don't know, like you needed to target your kids' college application from the 9th grade and on. You know, you have to guide them into making better choices in terms of schooling when it comes to, right now we are a very competitive world. We are living in a community where everything is competition, right?
Right.
So to have organizations like NAHP that are helping us to guide these kids into making better choices, better decisions, how to take tests so they can score better.
Right.
We're not waiting until they're in the 11th grade or the 12th grade, because by then it's already, I don't want to use the word too late, but you need to help them understand that if you score well in your SAT, if you do well in school, like that's what I teach my child all the time. If you do well in school from the 7th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th grade, you might end up going to college for free. And that's what I'm aiming for, because mama's not going to be able to afford that. So if you can do these things, and it doesn't really take a whole lot. It's just a matter of what we understand, how we educate each other. So part of what you guys do is educate the community.
And our goal is to engage them early on.
Yes.
Because in 10th grade, that's when you take your pre-SATs.
Yes.
And instilling that level of focus, that motivation, being a role model, something tangible that they can interact with, they can ask questions, that they can see, that they can shake their hand and see a role model in front of them. Because like myself, I am first generation. My parents are not familiar with SAT, and
that's what I'm saying.
Having that set of guidance early on to say, this is what it takes to get here. This is the roadmap. Because a lot of people don't have a map at all. They're just going from 10th to 11th grade to 12th grade.
And then graduation time is like,
to go to college.
Exactly. And then by then it's like, what was your score in the SAT? Like, supposed to be 1800, right? Am I right?
Right.
1800.
About average, right.
Average, right? And then you score 700. So where are you going to go with that?
Exactly.
And it's not because the child is not smart. I believe that there's so many smart kids out there. It's just a matter of who's guiding them. And what are they learning? And from whom? It's not because they can't do it. It's just you need to put your potentials. I have a niece. I'll use my niece as an example. She was in a school. I'm not going to say where it was at. She would go home. And she was in the 4th grade. They're giving her like 3 sentences as homework, right?
Right.
And then her mom is like, the school is not doing any well for my daughter. Well, I'm going to take her out and I'm going to put her in a better school district.
Right.
So she ended up in a different district. I mean, tremendously, in terms of her mindset, she's doing so much better. And she's going to get a scholarship. Do you understand? So it's what you know and how you use it to make better choices. So you guys are helping kids make better choices by guiding them, by the whole sponsorship, teaching them how to do, taking tests and things like that. I have another question for you, but we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation. Right. We're going to be right back. welcome back to Beyond Focus TV. If you're just turning on, we are here with Mr. Edwin Marcellus. He is the Vice President of NAHP, National Association of Haitian Professionals. What we are trying to do today is to get people to understand that within each community, each group of people, there could be a network of an organization that can help us or guide us, whichever way you want to use it, in terms of doing better. Today is a National Haitian Association of Professionals. I wanted for people to understand that, each community have their own group of that. I know there are different groups of professional Haitians within the community. How are you guys networking with them? Or is it a network situation?
It's definitely a network. And because we have Haitian in our name, and that's how we brand ourselves, doesn't mean that we exclude other organizations. Our goal is to work collaboratively with organizations, because too many organizations are working independently.
Yes.
And we're looking to lift everybody up. The reason why we identified Haitians is so that Haitians who are joining our group don't feel that they're can't relate. So we're looking to be in touch with our community, in turn to help them and work with other communities, and thereby increasing diversity in the workforce. And that aligns with our mission statement and our vision, because we want to empower Haitians within the diaspora, within the workforce, within the business community, within all industries actually, so that they can be professionals in their own right.
Okay, and you know what? I have to say, I'll use the word proud when I read your mission statement and what you guys are doing within the community. 3 things I want to highlight is, 1, that you guys have scholarship thing going on. We're going to talk about it. 2 is that you have a job placement. Right. 3, you have a mentoringship. It is by right that each community have their own organizations. And sometimes, we kind of feel bad that I personally, I've been doing this show for a little bit of time, where we interview probably some of the strongest organizations within our community, the Haitian community in itself. But just trying to get everyone under one umbrella would be, for me, the ideal, the thing that would be the most advocate. Like, if I could do anything, it would just to bring all of us, because we are a very strong group of people. We have so much to offer to each other. It's just a matter of how can we bring it all. So with that being said, explain to me your scholarship idea, how it works.
Well, our scholarship program is dedicated to our students. It creates an incentive for them to be as part of our membership. We offer a variety of scholarships, all sponsored by our donors and by grants.
Okay.
And one's for our SAT program. We have others for when we hold conferences, conventions, and seminars for different people who attend, and create incentives for them to attend. And the scholarships encourage them and make it easier for them to attend an institution of their choice, whether it's to pay for books, whether it's to pay for room, whether it's to pay for board.
See, my mind is going into ching-ching moments, so I wonder, because I know the community is probably asking the same thing that I'm asking. 1 is, what makes you eligible? 2, is it a yearly scholarship? So I'll let you answer those 2, and then I'll come back with it.
Each scholarship is different, and we have a scholarship for every member. So
every member?
Every type of member, you're eligible. So the criteria is broad. Some are specific based on the person who's funding the scholarship. But for the most part, our scholarships have a market, or they have a goal for every applicant, every member. The only requirement is that you become a member of NAHP by going onto our website, NAHPUSA.org, and filling out our simple online application. Okay.
Is there a deadline for it?
There isn't a deadline right now, because we're fairly new with offering our scholarships. Our first program is going to be in April of 2013. So we're looking to get a large number of applicants between now and April.
Okay. Oh, what are you having in April?
We're having a leadership seminar.
Okay.
Our leadership seminar is to instill leadership principles among professionals, and also bring in students so that they can see and be exposed to these leaders and actually be in the same room and interact, and also teach the core skills such as networking and leading by example. So it's a great event, and I encourage everybody to attend.
Okay. The second part of my question, I'm still thinking, job related, is everything that I have to do with money. I'm there. So you guys have a job site, right?
That's correct.
Part of it.
On our website, employers post jobs, and it creates an outlet rather than going to a specific organization or specific corporation's website. and only applying for their sites and not knowing whether or not they're looking for people who fit that demographic. This is a smaller subset, so our members are, how do I say, favored,
Okay.
if you will.
All right.
And they get to access our website and post jobs and apply for jobs. It's merely by uploading their resume.
Okay, so like I just want to get this really straight. If, for example, if I become a member of NAP, right, tomorrow, and then I upload my resume, and then there's a job posting that I've noticed that I really like, is there like a man and a in-between person between the organizations, the job posting, and myself, or the, you understand?
It goes straight to the recruiter.
Okay, you guys have your own recruiter, or is it goes straight to a recruiter of the employer?
The way it works is that the employer contacts us, or we reach out to a potential employer.
Okay.
With an interest to post jobs on our website. So they already are taking a liking to our organization. That member, student or professional who's looking to transition careers or transition jobs, uploads their resume, and it goes directly to that specific employer's recruiter, and they'll determine and bring them in for an interview, whether or not they fit that particular requirement.
Okay. And it goes to my last part of this question, is the mentoringship of, like, I love, when I was reading the mission statement, it just, to me, it fits every criteria. If I had an organization, if I would want to be a member of another organization, because like I said to you, like, you know, we met a whole group of other people by doing the show. You guys have a mentorship community. It's not just a matter of like having a high school or college grad, having a mentor like yourself, because I think it's really good to have someone where you can relate to, whether it's the same background, complexion, gender, whatever it is, to know that someone that is just like you, went through the same thing that you want to go through, or is doing the same thing that you're going through. But you guys have a professional mentorship, right? How does that work?
We have a student and a professional mentorship, which pairs you with the industry that you're looking to go into, whether it be real estate, business, technology. You're paired with the mentor, and they provide the focus and the motivations and the career advice, really, to help you reach your goals and objectives.
Okay. We're going to take a short break. We'll continue. I'm loving this. We're going to continue talking about things that you guys are doing in the community. We're going to take a short break. And welcome back to our last session. We're having a great conversation with Mr. Edwin Marcellus from NAP. Part of what we were talking about is how NAP is making such a difference within the Haitian community overall. Since this is our last session, what would be the one thing you would want the community to know about NAP in general?
What I would like to let them know is that as an individual who is looking to expand your career, looking to get the most out of your education, NAP provides that platform with the resources who have been through it. They are practicing professionals who can offer the career advice and that support, that guidance, that structure that you need so that you don't get ambushed in the world out there, because the market's changing every day. And a lot of us have been through and have had missteps, have had fortunes. And a combination of both of those allows you to navigate your career the best way possible. As I mentioned earlier, doing what you know until you know better is not necessarily the best route. And NAP is looking to revolutionize the way that students approach school and create that incentive so that parents are at ease as well, having transitioned from a foreign country into the United States. And also for those parents who were born here and did not necessarily have the same resources with the advent of technology and how it's influenced education.
So within NAP, and what's so interesting to me is how you can have an organization that not only targets you mentally, challenges you in terms of how you network within your own community, how we can benefit from one another. It's extremely important to me to be part of a community where I feel like I can voice my opinion. Someone will hear me and understand what I'm going through and be able to take, for example, my situation or my life and say, you know what, I could say to you, like, I went to this school and I took this class and this is what I've learned from it and what you can benefit from such and such, or this way I work, I can put in a resume for
Right.
you understand? That's what networking is all about, to be part of an organization where you can network within your own group of professionals that are on your level is extremely, grand for me. And
Right.
first, to be able, top number one for me, to be able to monitor and guide the younger generation. Because I think around my generation, we did have mentorship, but we probably didn't have as many mentorship as we possibly
Right.
could have had around, where we were making decisions. I would have loved to have more of like I wouldn't say a leader, but more of like a mentor helping me, guiding me through in terms of like making decisions, in life. And we all need that.
And that's one benefit we have. We're a national organization, and though we are very intensive in social media and the internet and our website, we also strive to have 3 events each year: our professional development seminar, our leadership symposium, and our convention. So
Okay.
between those three events, we look to bring everyone together where they can network in one room and exchange contact information, exchange ideas, exchange opportunities, exchange different weaknesses that they may have, different strengths that they may have, to build on those and actually become friends.
Yeah.
Because it's not just work;
Exactly.
it's a friendship.
Creating a family
Right.
within the community. So what's the plan for the future? What are you guys doing next? What's next?
Our next event is our leadership symposium, as I mentioned in April.
Okay.
We're also looking to become heavily influenced not only in our local communities but also in Haiti as well.
Yes.
Haiti was devastated by a disaster, a natural disaster a few years ago. So in January, we're actually celebrating the anniversary of the earthquake. We're looking to do different things to increase our exposure so that nobody is left behind.
Yes, so we are not forgotten.
We want to capture every student, every professional,
Okay.
because everyone has something to offer.
Yes.
And if you don't have anything to offer, you definitely have a lot more to gain.
Exactly, and you can listen, and then maybe by being, and the environment, you can be able to say, you know what, that's what I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to take away from it,
Right.
and then move on in life. If people would like to get in touch with you, is there a phone number, a website? What would be the best way of getting in touch with the organization?
Our website is NAHPUSA.org, and our phone number is 877-627-6247.
And if someone would like to become a member, what's the criteria to become a member?
There's no criteria at all. It's just a
Yes.
matter of filling out the online application, and you all automatically have access to all our benefits, including our job postings and our mentorship, so that they can become a member of our family.
Okay, and again, I love the idea that, first you mentioned, you don't have to be Haitian descent for you to be part of an organization, although it's this National Association of Haitian Professionals. You don't have to be a Haitian descent. You just have to be part of a community that want to build together, that want to create an atmosphere where you can grow. I love growth. 2013 is time for the community to grow together.
Right.
So we can move on and do better for ourselves.
That's correct. Our executive board, down to our members, we are diverse. Some from Haitian descent and some who are from other nationalities. So we're all inclusive of every nationality, and we don't discriminate against anyone.
Yeah, it's really good to be able to grow together. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to you coming back and talking to us
Not a
about
problem.
great things
Thank
that
you for
we're
having
doing.
me.
Anytime. This is what we're here for, is to help the community grow together and bring organizations like yourself to the community so we can talk about good stuff.
Thanks so much.
So you're welcome. This is the end of our show, and I hope to see you same place next time. See you then. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye. you.